What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of UGUE Brothers Vlogs. You know who I am. Of course, my name is Rob. I am one of the UGUE Brothers. Guys, I got another episode for you of Savage Kitchen, and boy did I go savage in this kitchen. Let me tell you something, guys. I have not been feeling well over the last few days, few weeks really. A lot of things going on, and then I ended up getting sick, and it's just been crazy. And I was craving something with a sort of a homey feel, something kind of comforty, and just something that'll just touch your soul real nice and give you a nice little hug. You know what I mean? So what I did is I ended up taking the recipe I did for the honey sriracha chicken, and I manipulated that bad boy a little bit, and I made something special. I even came up with a really cool side dish with asparagus, as I know a lot of you out there don't like asparagus. Let me tell you something. I took a lot of different recipes that I have made for my own mom, and she hates asparagus as well, and she eats what I make. So trust me, this is something worth trying. If you don't like asparagus, I'm pretty sure you might like this. So anyway, guys, I'm going to take you through this recipe. We're going to have a good time today. Guys, comment, like, subscribe, of course. Let's do this. Alright, what's up, guys? So this recipe is so freaking simple. Anybody could do this. So guys, you saw the images. I know you were jealous. Don't be, guys, because you can do this. It's so easy. Guys, first things first, I went ahead and started with my glaze. Get that ready. I went ahead and took about 5 cloves of garlic. It's really up to you. I mean, this sauce is going to be to your taste. You're going to taste it anyway to see what you like, to check out the measurements. I love garlic, so I used a ton of it. So I went ahead and gave that a nice chop, a nice mince up. I left it in sort of larger chunks because I thought it would just go nicely over the chicken, get a nice roast in the oven. And oh, it did. So when you bite that chicken, you get little crunches of garlic sometimes, and it's banging. Let me tell you, it is so delicious. So I took all that garlic, I put it right there in a nice little bowl, and then I added soy sauce. I wanted to go for sort of a honey barbecue type deal without using barbecue sauce. So I went ahead and mixed up soy sauce, garlic, sesame oil, and of course, honey. So you see here, I'm just working with a few tablespoons at a time of each thing, trying it, making sure I like what I made. If I wanted to add anything else, I would have, but this actually came out quite perfect. The flavors were balanced. The sweetness, the savoriness of that soy sauce, the nuttiness of the sesame oil, not to mention that sesame oil just gives it a nice, beautiful shine, a beautiful gleam. So when you're glazing your chicken at the very end, it shows up real nice and beautiful, which you'll see at the end of this video. Now I used basically about a cup of honey into this. Like I said, it's really up to your palate, your flavor profile. If you want it a little bit sweeter, add a little bit more. If you want a little bit more savory, add a little bit of less honey, a little bit more soy sauce. If you want a little bit more nutty, add a little bit more sesame oil, maybe even some sesame seeds. Roast up some sesame seeds, guys. This is your sauce. Super easy. Just play around with it, taste it, see what you like. So one cool trick, just like at the sriracha honey sriracha chicken, once you put that honey in there, just go ahead and throw that in the microwave real quick, probably about 30 seconds to a minute. What that does is it breaks down the honey, liquefies it, and then you just give it a nice stir. So it allows you to really mix the ingredients. If you don't, the honey sits at the bottom, and you really can't mix it all that well. So just throw that in the microwave. You can even do it on the pot if you wanted to do it that way, but it's just as easy in the microwave. Like I said, I'm just putting a little bit of sesame oil. I believe I only put about 2 tablespoons in there. But like I said, sesame oil adds a nice nuttiness to your sauce. It also makes it shine. It makes it really beautiful. In terms of a glaze, that's really what you want. It makes your chicken pop. A lot of what you do when you're eating, a lot of that experience is what you see before you eat. This is why I love to cook with a lot of different colors, a lot of different types of vegetables, a lot of different types of glazes, because I love color in my meals as much as I love texture. So I did go just like I did last time. I went with chicken leg quarters. And in fact, the reason I did that is they were actually on sale. I got all these for about $4. Like, they were dirt cheap. But like I said, you can always get your proteins. You can go with chicken breasts, you can go with chicken thighs, you can do whatever you want. This glaze works for all of it, guys. So just get what you like. I just love these because the bone adds so much flavor. So ultimately, even if you tried this on a whole chicken, you could probably do that as well. The bone adds a ton of flavor when it starts to cook down. So just basically wiping all the glaze evenly across all of the chicken, get it nice and covered, and then I start pouring out most of it. Just like I said, I basically allowed the garlic chunks to sort of rest on top of the chicken. So as that glaze starts to work, starts to begin to brown, the actual garlic chunks actually start to roast. So they get these nice little crunchy punches of garlic flavor when you actually taste it. It's a crunchy texture you get from the chicken, which is awesome. And you also get that extra added benefit of the garlic flavor punch every time you bite into the chicken. Throw those in the oven, start getting everything else ready. For my sides here, I went pretty simple. I went with some baby potatoes. Funny thing about these purple potatoes, they add a really awesome color element to your dish. But also, believe it or not, the purple in these actually comes from an antioxidant inside of the potato. It has about 4 times the antioxidants that a regular potato has. So they're actually much healthier for you. So it's a really cool textural element, or excuse me, a really cool color element. Flavor-wise, all these potatoes taste pretty much the same. This tastes like potatoes. So I gave them a splash of olive oil and just nicely coat all of them. That way they get nice and toasty. These will take about half an hour in the oven, so you can throw these out shortly after you put your chicken in. Give it a nice seasoned salt, pepper. What I did to match the sort of savory sweetness of the actual chicken itself, what I did was I actually used smoked paprika on top of these, and I used a little bit of some mixed seasoning on top. Do whatever you want in terms of flavor profile. These just really get creative. Potatoes are fairly bland, so it's important to definitely flavor them. I also like the smoked paprika for the color element as well. So salt, pepper, and smoked paprika, as well as some just basic Italian seasoning, just to give it a little something else. But these will crisp up real nicely in the oven. Just make sure you give it enough time. Like I said, they will take about half an hour, about halfway through or so. Give it a nice little toss around. That way it crisps up evenly. Now, for asparagus, I know a lot of people, they really don't like asparagus, but this particular dish changes the game, because it takes away like that pungenty sort of flavor asparagus has. So even people who don't like asparagus may actually like this dish, believe it or not. There's so much nutritional value in asparagus, though it may be worth trying this to see if you might be able to like it, or somebody you know who doesn't like these might like it as well. Easy preparation on these. Basically, you're just going to give them a nice wash. Go ahead and cut all the hard ends off of them. These are beautiful. These are fresh bunches. They have a nice purple on the tips of them, as well as a green. Beautiful colors. Like I said, in my kitchen, I absolutely love strong flavor, bold spice, and beautiful colors in my dishes, as well as multiple textures. These are actually cherry tomatoes variety, so they're various colors. You're getting a lot of different nutritional value in the various types of color variations in these tomatoes. Not to mention, flavors are slightly different. Also, the actual texture of the tomatoes are different. So each bite, you'll get a mix of a bunch of different things. Not to mention, like I said, they add a nice, beautiful pop of color in your dish. And then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some. I actually got some Italian cheese mix. Fresh cheeses, got mozzarella, Asiago, It's got some Parmesan in there. As far as cheese is concerned, just get what you like. I figured going with sort of an Italian blend, sort of white cheeses, were mild enough not to overpower the rest of my dish, but the milkiness of the cheese is going to sort of dial down the acidity in your tomatoes. Not to mention, when you roast tomatoes, it actually pops the sweetness in them. So basically, you're going to put these in towards the end of your cooking time on your chicken. The tomatoes will actually start to blister. If you overcook asparagus, if you overcook tomatoes, they end up really getting tiny and sort of crunchy, and the flavor profile really isn't that great. So just put those in towards the end. You'll need about 15 minutes on those at most, depending on the temperature you put your oven at. So just kind of keep an eye on that. The cheese is going to melt all nice and smooth. Your tomatoes are going to blister, and your asparagus is going to be beautiful. And all those flavors are going to knock down the pungent flavor of the asparagus. And then while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull my chicken out. I'm going to go ahead and give them a nice baste. The reason I'm doing that is not necessarily that you need to, but I wanted to make sure that my chicken got a very nice shiny brown on the tops of the chicken, and I want to make sure my actual skin on that chicken is going to crisp up as much as possible. As you see here, this is the effect. Once it's all done, you get this nice beautiful brown twang. You get those sort of burnt, sort of toasty garlic chunks. You get a shiny, very glistening glaze on the top of your chicken, and everything here is so nice, so balanced, so comforting. I mean, look how beautiful that looks on the plate. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, your eyes bulge. I'm talking, oh, look at that chicken. Look how juicy that is. I mean, it is dripping wet. I mean, my mouth is watering right now just looking at it. Now, I did not crisp the chicken up. If you do want crispier chicken, just throw the chicken in there under the broiler for a couple minutes. Your chicken will get nice and crunchy. For me, that wasn't a necessity, so I went ahead and pulled it out. But what you get is a beautifully flavored chicken leg quarter. I mean, and every single bite is a burst of flavor and juice. And now, like I said already, the asparagus, it's got this milky cheese. It's got the acidity from the tomatoes and a nice little bite from the asparagus at the end. And of course, the potatoes, you know, they were delicious. They were crispy, they were crunchy, and they were flavored oh so good. So guys, this dish is so freaking easy, and it's so inexpensive to do. Guys, get out there, get savage in the kitchen, try this recipe. You will not regret it. Trust me. Boom! Alright guys, so there you have it. That's today's Savage Kitchen episode. I hope you loved it as much as I enjoyed making it. Guys, get out there, get freaking crazy in the kitchen, man, because you can come up with some awesome recipes. If you guys have any ideas for me, go ahead and comment those below, or even inbox us with some ideas, and I will do my best to check them out for you. If you are interested in any crazy cool UGUE merchandise, just like what I'm wearing here, go to uguebrothers.com, guys. Till the next one, peace.